do 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 do. You want to get with this? You want to get with that? Oh no, you don't. Something happen. Oh no, you don't. Better believe we're gonna do it like that. Oh no, you don't. No theme music tonight. Kind of whack. Oh no, you don't. No. Yo, this is a different intro. You thought we threw you off with Love and Marriage, Jack. How you like that acapella? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, Toxic Mike.
Right. So let's.
So you explain why I had to do that, because I don't know the parameters or the technology to tell you. This. Go ahead.
So
introducing welcome to Funky Contradiction. Go ahead, you do it. You do the whole thing.
Welcome to the Funky Contradiction.
Woo, yeah.
We're happy to have you here. A little bit difference going on tonight because just like the way shit goes with electronics and computers and Windows fucking 10, shit just goes down south when you expect it to fucking work. I am on edge right now. I've been sitting at a computer trying to get into it and won't allow me into it. And it's our whole radio DJ. It's our ecosystem. It's our hub for everything that we do. And we can't get into it. I don't know what to do. I'm speechless right now.
We're gonna have a show regardless.
We gotta have a show. The show must go on. I mean,
now, you
Supreme
guys
knows that more than anyone.
You guys are the show. So we got a good topic for you guys, and we want y'all to chime in, and we need you to talk about it because a lot of people need to hear. A lot of people might need this advice, and I'll let you know what it is in a minute. So share everything you do right now. We need y'all to share this broadcast with your friends because this is a not miss show.
Right.
Of course, it has to do with sex. Why wouldn't it? Anyway, so we need you.
And if you're listening to this in podcast form, go ahead and take the podcast link and share that as well. Let people know that they can listen to us in their car, at work, in jail, wherever the hell they are.
Yep, as long as they got a computer that works.
As long as they got a computer. Oh man, dude, Supreme came into the studio. Supreme came into the studio and he saw my face. He's like, "What's wrong?" Yeah, as soon as I told him, he goes, "Only during my show."
That's it.
During my show.
This is definitely the guinea pig show.
It's not the guinea, but this wasn't even the guinea pig thing. This
is the Tuskegee experiment show.
This wasn't even me trying something out. This was me just trying to update Windows to the latest.
Black shows matter. Black shows matter, man.
Oh, it's never a dull moment.
Not saying that the other shows don't matter, but this is the show that's having the problem right now. So black shows matter. So share this and help us out with this topic. But before we get into the topic, as you know, we don't have the beautiful co-host with us today.
You got me. I'm beautiful, but
we always got you. So you're not even like you like some of these computers and lights. You just here. If you don't be here, guess what? We don't have a show.
It got you standing here going, "What do I do?"
What do I do? Call your boy. Call one of your homies because I know they know more than me. So maybe they could get something working quicker than I could.
But yeah, so Liz has got some personal things she is taking care of tonight, so she couldn't make it in.
Supreme matters, yes. Black shows matter. Supreme matters. Hashtag that. Black shows matter.
Hashtag that.
So she couldn't make it, but it's like old times again. Like we have done. Only person I couldn't do this show without is Toxic Mike. We have great conversation. This conversation should be right up your alley. But as always, we got to give a COVID report. I want to know how's everybody doing during the pandemic. Is this still called a pandemic?
It's still.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm gonna jump over that table.
I'm in my own world,
jump over that table.
The pandemic to me is if I don't have no shows, no records, and no this, no that, no underwear.
I had to go to Walmart over the weekend, and here in Jersey they've upped the max capacity of all the stores retail stores where you can go inside.
Right.
And they were at capacity and had a line outside. And I went, nope, not going into Walmart today.
And another reason I asked, is there still a pandemic, is because, like, in my shop that I go to regularly, and this is me just shooting the breeze on COVID. So if you got something to say in the chat room about your COVID experience, whether pandemic wise or not, please chime in. We'll bring it on the screen and talk about it. But before we get into the topic, I got to make sure y'all are all healthy. Y'all are all on the right track for getting out of this as healthy as possible for you and your family. I don't know it all, so I do come here and get my information from Mike, and I apply it during the week, even though he don't think I do, but I really do. Mike is in my ear. Wear your mask. Wear your mask.
Is that how I sound?
Yeah. Because I can't hear what you're saying every time I'm on the screen. Where's your mask? I could say it like that, I guess, but I hear it as, wear your mask, wear your mask. Supreems out there in the whole video shoot in the middle with no mask.
Because, again, I've said this many times, in my way of looking at it, it's such a minuscule thing to do that can help so many people. And it's become politicized. It's become a subject where people don't like being told what to do and all that kind of stuff. But it literally is like, you go to a store and it's, wear your no shoes, no shirt, no service kind of deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's not no different than the fact that we're told we have to wear pants.
Oh wow, that's so.
But it's the truth. Like,
but I'm not hating on it because, like I said, I do wear the mask. Anybody that if it's a party, not a party, I haven't been to a party yet. I've been to a birthday party with family. I've been to a video shoot. Shout out to Lacey B. We was in Graffiti Pier. I'm gonna post pictures of that. It was like the Lost World, the land of Black Lives Matter, Breonna Taylor. All these kids just spray painting their feelings about COVID, white, black, Latino, in this dark place and somewhere off of the water on I never heard of it. I've never seen it. Mm-hmm. It looked like an abandoned railroad track that maybe got blowed up or tore down that takes the train from Philadelphia to Jersey. Mm-hmm. And it's just the structure of the train tracks, and so it's little buildings and tunnels and this, and so she shot a video there, and it's all graffiti. You can still smell fresh graffiti because there's always somebody there graffitiing new stuff, and it's deep. And nobody had masks on. Maybe a couple people was good and drunk, and and they start coming up to you because you're shooting the video and they want to hug on you, and you be like, hey, back up. This don't look, because the whole place looked like the Lost Boys. It remind you of the movie The Lost Boys. Like we was just in the land of the lost, or we just in the woods, and people would, like, they came in with no mask on. Now, the reason why I asked was the pandemic was because in my shop right where we go, they had one way in and one way out, right? That's gone now. Now you can go in any which way you want to go in. I don't think the counter at the door is counting the people no more. I know Walmart was counting. But like you said, I never know what the number that they were allowing in or out, but I'm sure they did. But you said they upped the number.
I went to Guitar City and Sam Ash, looking for some equipment for the studio.
Should have got a computer.
And
go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I went to both. My bad. I went to both those places, and Sam Ash, just walk right in. You have to wear your mask, and went literally a couple doors down to Guitar City. Guitar City, is that the name of the store?
Guitar Center.
Guitar Center. There we go. Like I buy everything on Amazon, but I wanted to actually physically. By the way, neither one of those stores they got nothing in terms of like mixing boards, microphones. They got nothing.
Sam Ash?
I was dumbfounded. Like 3 mixers. I'm like, but anyway. So I went to Guitar Center. And they block you off right when you walk in the door. They ask you what you're there for, what are you looking for, and then they'll open up the gate and let you go in.
That's wild.
Stop you right there.
That was new. That's a Jersey thing.
It's definitely a Jersey thing.
Y'all are crazy. I don't know what's going on with Jersey, man.
So here, let me show you this. So if you go to CNN, I mean, we're talking about the pandemic all over the place. Thousands crowd into an indoor concert and virus experiment. Gatherings have led to grim consequences. At least 13 dead in a stampede as police raid a nightclub breaking virus restrictions. Trump hijacking Fox News. That doesn't matter. Twitter hits Trump for misleading health claims. All this stuff. Coronavirus is still top news on all these sites.
Until somebody put another knee on the black man's neck, then that take precedent over all coronavirus.
Now, to kind of sidestep the coronavirus stuff, did you see the body cam footage?
Nah, I didn't see
You didn't see that?
I haven't seen. I stopped looking at CNN again. I stopped looking at all news again, and I've just been in Supreem's world, and his world is pretty interesting.
Yeah, but in Supreem's
But
world,
it's lack of knowledge.
yes, that's what I was going to say.
Lack of knowledge.
you
My
don't know
people
what's
perish.
You
That's
don't
in the
know
Bible.
what's going on. You have no idea.
That's why I asked you.
Hey, Liz. But
Hey,
then
Liz.
that's why you don't know what's going on with the pandemic.
But I ask you. I come here every Sunday. I get informed. I get really well informed when I ask you, and then you tell me, you breaks it down to me. Shout out to Dirty Smooth. Oh, I can't even call him Dirty Clean. I used to call him Dirty Clean. Dirty Smooth. I got you, baby. But seriously, right? I don't know. Like I said, I just see some things look like it's loosening up, and something like the mask thing is real. When you walk out and thinking you having a normal day, like, oh man, this feels like yesterday, and then you walk and see people with masks, you be like, okay, it ain't over. I got a gig September 4th at a wrestling event, right? It's a concert wrestling event, and it's being held at a soccer field. Social distance is in place. And like I wouldn't do no crazy shows, nothing like that, unless it's for some good money. So yeah, not that I risk my life for money, but I mean, as long as why leave the house and waste time if you're not gonna get paid? But like I seen the Belle Biv DeVoe show last night, big funk fest. Belle Biv DeVoe and I think Jagged Edge, and they were headlining, and it was a drive-through theater stage, and drive-through theater. Stage and cars were parked, but the people got out the car and walked to the front of the thing anyway. So I was like, "You still together?"
Yeah, because people just they're making up their own rules. They're just and again, it's all about that respect for the other person. You don't know if you've got it.
And then there was a show
trying to respect that. I put up on the screen. This is all the states that are currently have masks when out in public.
Oh yeah,
requirements in effect.
See, PA don't. We have it. We have it, but we don't use it. I mean, once you get out, once I get.
But it's not that. It's not that you don't use it. It's the establishment's not following.
I mean, I'm saying like you got to wear most everywhere I've been in. You have to have a mask on, and I don't mind it. Like I said, I like masks a little bit better than Mark from Leather Apparel made me a funk that mask because I'm promoting and being safe at the same time. But I can't see me when I get out of that store. I just can't breathe. I just got to take it off, and I get in my car and I roll off. And I see people in cars with masks. Some. And I seen people work when I haven't been to the gym in a week, but some people work out with their mask on. And the gym even say you don't have to do the actual exercise with your mask on. You just have to put it on when you're not working out and when you're walking around the facility. Wear your mask. But they saying but I say, well, if the guy is pushing up push-ups or whatever, he's lifting his weights, and he has his mask down, and he's ain't that corona the same corona as if I'm walking around without my mask on? You know what I'm saying?
Well, from my understanding, again, you might be going to certain places, certain establishments that aren't following the guidelines properly. I mean, from my understanding, places like Planet Fitness and other mainstream establishments in terms of gyms, they all have it where you've got to wear your mask while working out.
See, I can understand. To me, that's uncomfortable.
There was a guy in the news who actually ran. I think he ran like 8 or 10 miles wearing his mask to show that it doesn't adhere your breathing. It's uncomfortable, and it doesn't make breathing very. It's not as nice as if you have the mask off, but it doesn't inhibit your breathing.
It makes me feel like I can't breathe. It makes me feel like if I ever wanted to know what a person with asthma feels like, when I put my mask on, that's what it feels like. It would feel like. And I'm at the YMCA, and they got all the 6 feet away, and but they's like, you don't have to wear your mask when you're doing the exercise itself, but you got to put it on after the exercise is complete and when you move into the next machine. Here's
Planet Fitness from their corporate website. It says, your health and fitness is our #1 priority, and we're committed to keeping our club clean and safe. For the enhanced safety of our members, guests, and members, masks are now required except while actively working out.
There you go.
And in accordance with local restrictions. In all Planet Fitness locations worldwide, effective August 1st, 2020, this means that a mask must be worn at all times and in accordance with local restrictions in the club, except while actively working out,
Yeah, that's the
including when entering and exiting the facility.
Yeah, that's the YMCA rule. And when you swim, you can swim. Of course, you don't need your mask to swim. But once you get out, you better put your mask. You got to put your mask on right before, I guess when you get your towel, put your mask on, and you got to walk to your locker room and all that. But people take their mask off in the locker room.
I bet.
You're going to see my balls and my face, damn it.
What?
I'm saying it's the men's locker room. Little white guys don't care. They have no shame. They are not shy of showing their stuff, but they don't care about masks. But I see social distancing. Social distancing looks like it's still in effect. You know, people still scared to get around strangers a lot. I see that.
Oh, yeah, because you don't know where the fuck they've been.
In the Lost Boy Park with Lacey B's video, you know, the guys come up a little drunk. So they, you know, they go down there and drink their little weed. I mean, drink their beer and smoke their weed. So they be a little high. So they come up to you, hey, baby, what's up? You be like, I was like, back the hell up, Chief. Because you got a cut on your hand. You look like you got hepatitis, man. You better back up. I don't even know. Corona is not even a factor right now. And there's all kind of bugs. And it was a dope. Look, she going to have a dope video.
Oh, that's good.
So my show is September 4th for the EWA wrestling, what do you call it, Federation. And
it's what? It's EWA?
EWA
Okay.
Wrestling Federation is at something Amistad Soccer Field in Camden. And see, I don't have the details yet. I don't have the flyer yet. But they making a flyer now, so I won't really promote it until I have all this stuff right. But it's like a concert in the beginning, and they got a top K7 who was big, louder than love. Remember them? Louder than love. Like they getting virtually shown, and this big time Puerto Rican singer, she's being virtually shown.
Okay.
As the headliner, and then we're like the, I guess, headliner before those got to come on. So it's gonna be a dope show, and then it's into the wrestling. They got. I asked them, was this politically correct? Midget wrestling.
Oh.
But they said, yeah, it's called midget wrestling. So they don't.
The title of it is midget wrestling.
Yeah, they don't feel like little people wrestling.
Are you getting in the ring with the little people?
No. I'm just performing, and I'm gonna look at Hazel Roche will be there as a guest referee, and unless Anthony Hatred tried to sucker punch him or something. and my man Dirty Clean, you know, I keep calling it Dirty Clean, Dirty and Smooth.
Dirty Clean.
Dirty Smooth will
Dirty
be
Clean.
there. So, you know, Hazel Roche and the ladies will be there. Dirty Smooth will be there. So it's going to be dope. Dope event. Shout out to my man, Mr. CEO, for putting it all together. So, and that's my first show. That's the Supreme and the No Experience first show. Shout out to It's Val Dammit, Mark Mills, and of course DJ CL Smooth. We're going to give them the hell of a show. And I'm looking forward to it. And this field holds 5,000. So they allowed 10%. So he's expecting a good 500 people sell out.
Damn.
Because Latin people support Latin artists. And I want to get into that world. The USO should be there.
I've been told a million times, like, I should change Toxic Radio to Latin music 24/7. And people would
flock to it.
Would flock to it, would support it, it would blow up.
And you know,
like, I wouldn't understand a word that was coming out of my own station.
I know, you'd be like, sounds good. Good beat. Push play. And also, shout out to Kathy Taylor. You know, she's working with us as far as management, and she's working closely with the Diabetes Foundation. That's what she asked me what I wanted to donate portion of my sales to, and I chose the Diabetes Foundation. Those of you that some know, some don't know, that I'm type 2 diabetes since I was 26. So half my life I've been type 2 diabetic. You know, looking good, feeling good, always taking care of myself. But I love that sugar. I got to get rid of that sugar.
Yes.
But anyway, I feel that's a good organization to partner up with. So hopefully that comes through. So shout out to Kathy Taylor for working that. Shout out to Rich Waller and Milk Boy and all those people that's behind the Swing for the Fences. I feel Swing for the Fences could be the song that motivates people to donate to the Diabetes Foundation, as well as come up with a cure for diabetes one day. Build me a pancreas, goddamn. I just don't want that little pump. I can't do the pump. I'd rather take a little insulin.
I don't like listening to Lil Pump either.
Nah, that Lil Pump don't do it for me. You talking about the rapper. I'd rather have a diabetic pump than listen to him, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's
Laura in the chat room saying keto helps diabetes.
yeah, but
But you know he don't want to eat keto.
I don't follow rules.
He don't follow rules. And he's gonna be at Burger King and he's gonna be like, I can't have nothing on the menu. Screw this shit.
I take another shot. Give me some.
You mind if I take a moment of your airtime to plug something real fast?
Sure.
All right, to everybody checking us out on Facebook and on YouTube as well, the Toxic Radio app has officially gone to version 5. So the new version is available. You have to actually go to your app store, though, and check for the update. There's going to be an update, and go ahead and update that app. There's new features. One of the new features is all you Android people, you now can listen to the station through the app. It was nixed on the last one. Now you're able to listen. All the podcasts are available, and the Toxic Radio store is easily accessible through the app. If you haven't downloaded it yet, download it now. If you've already downloaded it, go get the update right this second. It's a really great app. You can tune in and listen live to all the great shows and listen to all the past shows through the podcast section. But also, if you go to the store, we're adding new items. That's one of our big focal points of Toxic Radio right now, is adding new items for all the shows. As of right now, you can go over there. There's a Toxic Radio zip-up hoodie that I just ordered myself. Yes, I got mine. I know Supreem's going to get his. But go over there and get one of the zip-up hoodies just in time for fall. Also, you got the Heavy Metal Happy Hour shirt, a Red Band Underground shirt, Bleeding Edge shirt, and I know Supreem's going to look at me and go, where's the Funky Contradiction shirt? The Funky Contradiction shirt.
Shows matter, man.
The Funky Contradiction shirt will be added tonight after the show. So by Monday, you'll be able to go there and get that as well. We'll let you know when there's discount codes, when there's sales going on. But go over, support Toxic Radio, support all the shows, download the app, go to the store, check out all the podcasts. Go do it.
Do it. See, we get a little foam in the room, then you get a little crazy, huh?
You know, Laura already ordered her zip-up hoodie.
I'm sure.
She
got it custom made, got little dinosaurs hanging off the side. crochet tassels and whatnot. Shout out to John Monroe, type 1 diabetic, because I didn't follow rules.
Because he didn't follow the rules. He's telling you follow the rules, Supreme.
Yeah. I follow the rules.
Supreme don't like to follow rules. He don't like to be told what to
do. I push
go.
to the limit. Put it that way. I push things.
Push it to the limit.
But type 2 diabetes, any diabetes is no joke, man. I feel bad for people that was born into it, and I tried my best to break the cycle so that my children don't have to suffer from it. But topic of the day, man.
Topic of the day.
Pornhub. You bet you. Well, no, it don't have nothing to do with porn.
No, it does have nothing to do with porn.
Technically, it really don't, but it has something to do with your preference, your opinion, your belief, your morals, or that none of the above. You know what I'm talking about? I just wanted to know how long, and this is a question I'm posing to the chat.
Mm-hmm.
How long should one wait to have sex with the opposite sex?
Or with the same sex. I mean, don't corner people into a little box.
It's a new world.
Yeah, I mean.
But how long should you wait? Like Steve Harvey says 90-day rule for the girls. And most people put emphasis on women waiting longer. And a lot of girls really be wanting to have it that night, the same night. They be ready to pull off their clothes, but then they'll be like, I don't want you to think of me as a whore. No, I just think of you as not a whore, but I'm horny and you're horny.
But there's no so this
let's take it to the limit.
I heard somebody say something one time where it's like there is no such thing as a whore, which there isn't. It's something we made up as species, as animals, as human beings, as whatever.
You're supposed to smell it. It's
in our nature to want to have sex. It's for the reason why we have the urges, and the reason why it feels so good is because it's for procreation.
Right.
But it's in our DNA. It's in our being to want to have sex. So to tell girls that they're not allowed to do that, or to accept those urges.
You gotta be a lady, man. You gotta be a lady. You or check this out. Dig this. Double standard. That's so sexist. Check this out. Look, you got a girl, and she wants to go that first night. You know.
Yeah.
And you want to go that first night.
Right.
Now, when you take it to her that first night, do you look at her the same way? Like I said, this is the double standard way. Would you look at her the same way as you would look at a girl that made you wait maybe 4 dates or 30 days or 90 days? Would you take that girl that you had sex with that night, drunk as hell, nasty as all, get the hell out of the room, sex spectacular, would you take it to your mother the next day? This Bernadette. She like to do it. Or
Yes.
would you be like, hey, I'm going to meet your parents. Not tonight. Tonight is not a good night. My mom says she's not really feeling good. She got COVID. Shit. Go ahead. Not tonight, Bernadette.
In the long run, I don't feel any different. But I would be telling a lie if I didn't say that there is a different, I don't want to say opinion, or a different feeling or a different vibe when you've got a girl who's making you work for it a little bit more, rather than a girl that just gives it to you on a platter,
right,
and says, here you go. But again, I don't disrespect one over the other.
right.
And in the long term, I'm totally down with either one the same, and I'm not going to look. But in that moment,
Right.
there is a different feeling. I don't know. I can't explain it.
What say you, chat? Please chime in and give us some good answers. Wait or not to wait? That is the question. Like, to me personally, if I don't get it the first night, especially if I really want it because she's so beautiful, like I do on the first date, I would like to have this is what I expect on the first date: a hug and possibly a kiss. Take you to the door, give you a little kiss, especially if it was a great date. It was a great conversation. Now, if that kiss turned into one of them passionate ones and she said, you want to come in? And you be like, yeah, I want to come in. Like, it's nothing to me going to be like, no, I think we should wait 30 days. Quarantine.
Yeah. and I'm totally down with that. I mean,
he busted his first nut at 15 with a hottie, big boobs, 28 years old. Now, did you marry her? Or did you have a long-term relationship with her? Like, was y'all together for at least 5 years? You know what I'm talking about?
But I respect it either way. And I've had girls where, like, there's been times where I was like, I didn't want to jump at it. You know, I wanted to just kind of ease into it.
And how about the girls that be, oh, he's gay. Like, oh, he didn't even want it. I pulled them all out for him and everything. I opened my legs up for him. He still was like, no, he's something wrong with that boy.
No, the only one who ever said there's something wrong with that boy, he gay, that was my mother.
Huh? Elaborate, please.
Growing up, she was like, don't worry about him, he gay.
Did she really
to her best friends. No, she didn't. No, I'm playing.
I said, your mom was good. I thought she loved you. Like, why you mess me up like that, mom?
So here's when you started talking about this, I did remember a situation. Now I've had it both ways. Not that way. Stop it. I've had it both
Backwards
ways.
in the front.
Well, where
you was gay for the stay in prison.
where the girl either right from the door, we're doing it, or she's wanted to wait and for their own reasons, what have you. But the longest I've had to wait, and it started becoming a problem.
Right.
I started being like, look.
Are you gay? No. Miss, are you gay?
We're messing around, but we still haven't gone to this next level.
Right.
This needs to happen. Like, and it was 2 months. 2 months.
That's a lot.
Where I was
that's
like,
not a lot of time, Mike.
2 months. 2 months is a lot of time.
If you had to do the Steve Harvey rule from the book, if that girl read the book of Steve Harvey, he say, what did he say? 90 days, 90-day wait.
2 months.
Because it's like you got to go through make sure that
2
man
months.
really wants you. I would recommend to my children who
Jesus
I have
Christ.
2 girls. Yo, he's off the chain, man.
Is this another Ryan? What's going on here?
No, man. Looking in this picture. I haven't heard of the
Pop's
brother.
boss ex-girlfriend.
But
Damn.
I'm glad that he's on this show because he has Jerry Springer material, Jack. But yeah, so I waited 55 now. All right. so right, like it's like waiting, like you said, when the guy hunting, the hunter's hunting. What hunter goes into the woods and the deer just lay down in front of him, and he's like, I would be like, shit, I'm having dinner tonight. We got,
right.
I ain't got to run around this damn woods chasing this damn deer. Put him in the truck. We're gonna eat him, and at least this one is gonna get ate. You know what I'm saying? But the hunt, the thrill of the hunt is the hunt. Like, I got you. Oh, no, you don't. Oh,
yeah.
you got you. Oh, you tease. Oh, look, want to see a nipple? Whoop, put it back. You won't put, the next time we come out, I'll let you put your lip on it. You be like, oh, I can't wait to this next date. Oh, my God, I'm going to put my lip on it. Oh, she going to let me put my finger down there. Oh, she going to let me. So, they doing the stages because really they just priming you up for you to be like my man said, when you finally do get it, you appreciate it. You like, Lord have mercy, this is the best sex I ever had. And it's probably just as good as something you had the first night, but just the fact that you hunted and waited and got teased and pushed off and kicked in the nuts 3 times because you tried to do a little something too much, borderline date rape.
No, wait. So you're a religious man, as you've said many times.
Yeah, I was going to go there too.
You're a religious man, and according to certain religions, you're supposed to wait until you're married.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that follow that shit to the T and will not do anything. My own brother was that way with religion. And he was so devoted and on point with all that stuff that they bought a house together before they got married.
Still didn't do it.
But no. She wasn't allowed to move into the house, so he lived in the house by himself.
Right.
And she had to live with her mother until they were married.
See, only thing about that, and I agree, whatever your preference is. I've never had anyone at this point make me wait till we got married, hence I'm not married yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I know a lot of people want to know, what if with the marriage thing? Like, do that make you get married quicker? Because I'll be like, hey, let's go to Las Vegas and go ahead and knock this on out.
The Lord says we got to do this.
We got to do this now. Because God said there's no need to wait while the panties are wet. You know what I'm saying? But it's just so weird that it's a double standard thing. Oh, she did it the first night. She's a hoe. Is the double standard thing. Oh, wait till marriage. Say you get it. You finally get it in marriage. And but then they say when you married to them, especially when you marry young. Like if you 17, 18, because you got to wait till you, like the Amish people or whatever.
Yeah.
They got to wait till they get married. They get married like 18, 19, 20, right? You marry this person and that's your only sex that you're going to have because you waited. You lost your virginity to your wife, fiance, well, wife, whatever, wife. Y'all both lost your virginity, and y'all probably was really awkward the first night. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? Like, y'all fumbling and fiddling and trying to get it together and nervous, and he probably come in 2 seconds and is like, oh, I never did this before. You know? So, and she's like, oh, my God, I'm so tight. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to, to be that painful to your penis trying to get into a 1-inch hole when you got a 3-inch penis. You know what I mean? But anyway, with that graphic, imagine you with this person for the next 50, 60 years. I mean, unless, you divorce or whatever. But for the most part, this is the only person you experience if you follow the don't cheat rule.
Right.
Which is what they usually do. I mean, usually they on the little farms. I don't know. They might get it. They might have it popping out there. You be creeping from farm to farm.
Dude, in any kind of
if there's
society,
a man, if there's a man
thing.
and a woman and a bunch of them, somebody gonna want to knock off somebody else's wife.
Yeah,
and they probably do.
Yes,
and they probably have.
It's ridiculous. That's what they got Rumspringer for.
Right. So with that being said, I mean, how about you really get with your wife and for the next 5 years is the worst sex of your life? Like if this is what sex is like, I'm sad that I even had it.
Does the tongue?
If she do that, you'd be like, man, my boy be telling me about all these oral jobs he get, and my wife play like it's a boxing, like it's the weave job. Woo, here it come. Is that a penis? Woo. It's like, damn, girl, stay still so I can put it in your mouth. You know what I mean? You come in playing Akinelli, put it in your mouth. Hey,
oh my God.
In your motherfucking mouth. Playing Wet WAP, the new Cardi B, trying to get a freaky, trying to turn your little housewife into a freak.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the best one right there, is when you can get the freak in the sheets and the lady in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got the classiest woman in the world, man. But when y'all get to the bed, she know everything you like. You know everything. And that's that. Do you get that on the first date, or do you have to work for that?
You got to work for that.
I'm just wondering, like, does that sometimes it fall out the sky too? You be like, man, this is the best sex I've had in my life.
When the falls out of the sky when you've been drinking.
Yeah.
If there's alcohol involved or something that
you ever get
is
drunk?
some kind of mind altering.
You ever get drunk with a girl, get it on the first night, and it's amazing. Y'all like two gorillas. Swinging from trees, jumping on each other from the chandeliers, and then the next time y'all do it, it's just as boring as hell. You be like, one of us gonna have to turn into an alcoholic, because I want some of that jungle.
But also, it might be something where, like, because you're inebriated, you're remembering it not as you thought. Like,
you thought you was King Kong.
It's like you drunk singing,
chimpanzee.
It's like you're drunk singing karaoke. You think you did a fucking fantastic job. And then somebody shows you a video of what you were doing, and you're like, that was me?
Yeah.
I know what I mean?
But I've had some good one-night stands, man. It's like, but every one night, not every, but I won't say one-night stands, but first day encounter that turned into sex that lasted for a while. Like, I mean, like, I haven't had what you yawning?
I did.
Am I boring you?
I don't. So here's a little trick when you do video. Usually you cut to the other person. We don't have any other people here that we're talking to.
I'll be like, oh, look at this book. Yeah, man. It was something else, man. Tell me more about that sex that you had with the gorilla.
Dude, I've been staying up late and putting in hours with so the computers can lock me out. It's nuts.
That's what happens when you got a passion, man. It's like I guess this is your equivalent of writer's block.
No, it's not. It's the equivalent of my system's locked me out. Fuck that shit.
You say you can handle it if you can get in. You gotta think of it as a girl, Mike. She wants you to work for her.
Whoa. Sorry, I saw a comment in the chat room.
What'd it say?
It says that Supreme, you sound like a dinosaur.
I'm 50 years old. I'm old, man. I don't think like you young people, man. I got a mind of I'm a little bit of country and a little bit of rock and roll, man. Like I'm the best of both worlds. Like even when it comes to music and come to hip hop, I'm the best of the guy who came in the beginning and the guy who's here now. And I can so I'm the best of a old school upbringing, really traditional, don't have sex on the first day. You know what I'm saying? To this new thing, which is now do it in the club under the bleachers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen the kids now. I used to do the urban expressions. I used to do security for the young adult parties. You know what I mean? Kids, we had to pull off each other in the dark room of the ultraviolet lights, and they be in there humping and doing it. I mean, pants down insertions. Be like, is this nigga really trying to get some ass in the club? And he's 15, 16. And my cousin said they be doing the same thing in school.
Put it 15, 16. Dude, I remember those days, man. I can tell I can tell you stories where today I wouldn't do that shit in a million years. I was dumb, young, dumb, and full of.
Oh. Here for a second. Let me ask you a question. I was always scared of getting caught. Like, oh man, I remember I was 11 years old, right? I lived in Jersey. Got to be Jersey.
Of course.
It's this girl that's kind of she was, I don't know, I think she was slow. Maybe she's special. I won't say. She was cute though. She wasn't like, she was pretty. But her mom never let her out the house. But she left her in the house by herself. So the fellas would go run trains and do all their thing, right? So she approached me one day and was like, I'm allowed to have black guys in my house. I was like, I'm allowed to go in white girls' house too. That was my comeback. I ain't had nothing too snappy. Great. I was like, I'm allowed to go in the white girls' houses too. And kept walking. I said, Jackie, to this day, I was like, I think she wanted you to come in and do the thing. But either way, I was more worried about getting caught. You know what I'm saying?
No, so I hope Toxic Mom has tuned out if she was tuned in. If she hasn't.
This is when she turns it up.
Mom, this is the time.
You find out about your little freaky ass.
Where you should tune out right about now. I'm thinking back to about 14 years old. And I had my mom go pick up the girl I was seeing at the time, and we were going to the movie theater. And the girl gets in the car, My mom had this giant SUV, and my mom's friend sitting next to her in the front seat, so me and the girl are in the back seat. And the girl starts saying how she's got a headache. She's got a major headache. And so she wanted to lay down for a little bit while we were taking the drive to the movie theater. So she puts her head on my lap. She says the sun is shining in her eye. It's causing the headache to get worse. So she wanted my coat to go over top of her head to block the light.
Fast ass girl.
Next thing you know,
Shoop.
I'm like, Ma, don't talk to me.
Oh, everything is good, bro. Just keep driving, baby. Keep driving.
But that's just that's as kids.
Hey, Mom, I don't even want to go to the movies. Can we go to like Atlantic City at this point? Just keep driving, baby. Just keep driving, baby. Just keep driving.
As kids, you just it's.
I mean, how many catch a girl, hump a girl sessions I had? Like my earliest experience.
That's called you go to jail.
Nah, I'm
catch
saying,
a girl, hump a girl, go to jail.
Well, I may be now with the Me Too movement, but back in the 70s, they ain't had no Me Too movies. 70s, 80s.
You're digging yourself a hole right now the way you're describing this.
I'm saying you don't run and catch a girl that don't want to get caught. A lot of them run it and trip you, and if you don't catch the right one, she be like, "Come here, catch me," and you be like, "Okay." I caught her.
Oh my god!
Oh man, being young back in the day, getting in the closet with a girl. And
oh yeah.
And you're gonna get in the closet, and then y'all look at each other for a while. Oh man, this is my experience in the closet with the girl. Right at the party, you go in the closet with the girl, and we sit there so shy. So I think we're supposed to be in there for 15 minutes or 15 minutes, I think.
Right.
And the next thing you be like, yo, my nerves don't get up to even try to get none until 14 minutes. That last minute, oh my God, I said, well, I didn't do this 10 minutes ago. God damn, you stupid. She's the dumbest cat in the world. But damn, I'm just so slow with it. You know what I mean? Like, but I was quick with it when my first experience of, like I said, my grandfather showed pornos to me at 4. He just didn't want he didn't want me to be gay. He was like, it's my grandmother, because I tell my grandmother everything I seen in the movie, and I'd describe how the girls was doing it and the guys, and she'd be like, Charles, did you let him see that movie? He was like, I'm gonna make sure he don't grow up to be gay. I was like, so my curiosity about sex has been, my Pandora box was open early. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so in first grade, they shit in the horseshoe, and the teacher's in the middle. I'm sitting next to this girl, and it's like, I was like, I really want to know what the vagina feel like. I didn't know what it was called. I said coochie, and she was like, here.
Oh, Jesus!
And put my hand down there. I was like, wow, this is what it is. This is what it's like. I'm in first grade.
You were a giant nerd, dude. How much of a nerd were you?
I was in some coochie at first grade. What kind of a nerd do you think I am? I was the coolest cat in my class, Jack.
Such a nerd.
But I pulled it out, and I was like, I gotta smell it. I got to see what one of these smell like. And the little girls don't know how to wipe their ass. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn, it smell like pee. It's like, this is the worst smelling thing I ever heard smell in my life.
Oh, it smell like pee? Keep going.
I mean, I'm just telling you. I mean, that's what I was like, oh God, I almost blinded myself. I was like, this ain't natural. But the unnatural part was that this little girl was willing to show me. Well, I had a curiosity, and she helped me. And then that was my closet buddy. Can you put your coats in the closet? I'll help them. I mean, and this is girls. With my first kindergarten, the girl told me I was her husband.
Oh, yeah. And
it was like, today we, as husband, these are our kids. You're my husband. It's bedtime. That means we had to go to bed together. And, well, we had to go lay down together. And she would make out with me. I mean, this is kids.
First grade, me and a girl in first grade. I remember we drew pictures of, this is going to explain a lot, of each other peeing.
That's why you're a freak. You fetish. These little girls turn this out, though. I ain't gonna hold you, man. These little girls, my grandmother, they little fast ass gals.
By the way, I can't save him from himself. Look what I just admitted to.
Yeah, you are Supreme. This is Supreme. Look, I'm just being honest. This is an honesty show. I mean, and I was a kid. I wasn't like I was 37 years old, feeling no first grader. I was 7, just 6, just like her. And the only thing, I was the one that had an inquiry, and she the one that had the answer. I remember my 3rd grade freakadeek. I was a freak at this point. At this point, I wanted to see everything coochie. I was my mother. You know how you when you're little, you can't go into the men's bathroom by yourself. So my mother always wanted to know why everywhere we go, I had to go pee, because I would look under the stalls to see the grown women pee. To see the.
Oh, I thought you meant the Ben.
No, I had to go into the ladies' room because my mother didn't trust me in the men's room. So I was like, "This is where the whole bunch of vaginas are. I'm going to go try to see as many as I can." And I was going to the bathroom. I look under the stall, and it was always like at Strawbridges. So it was all these white women pissing. I was like, what if one of them white people seen my little black ass head come up under there like, hello? They'd be like, police! I could have been the first death row inmate I could have been the first Black Lives Matter candidate. What the
hell's wrong with you?
But I wanted to see what was under these dresses. Like what is it so private that you got to hide it?
And what's so private that you got to hide it?
Yeah, I want to see it.
That's the name of Supreem's
so
next album.
You got to hide it.
That's his next album.
And once it's unhidden, time to divide it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm writing that down. What's so private you got to hide it?
Yeah, that's a good title. So anyway, my teacher was going up the steps, right? And she was my 3rd grade teacher, because now I'm really bold with it. I've been in all kinds of bathrooms across Philadelphia, looking under the stalls and seeing the nice leg ladies pull down these stockings and panties and things.
Did you ever look under a stall? And
I ain't never seen an actual coochie under the stall. I mean, I just seen them roll down the panties and the stockings.
Did you ever unknowingly look at some guy's junk by accident? You didn't realize you were a men's one?
No. I'll tell you about that experience, but I was a little older. But what happened was when
I don't know how this conversation got here, but continue.
But the teacher was coming up the steps, and I ducked down on the ground so I could see under her skirt. And this little snitching ass motherfucker, he was like, Miss such and such, Jamal is trying to look under your skirt. I was like, no, I ain't. I'm going to kick your ass. No, I am not. I dropped my gum, and I'm trying to find it. Jesus. And that was my last time. I was like, I ain't doing that. Never again. I was like, I ain't looking at no stall. I think that stopped me. Because I was like, yeah, my whole thing was I just don't want to get caught. Like, I never want to get caught. I knew what I was doing had to be something wrong with it, because everybody would do it if it wasn't. But my grandfather opened Pandora's box when I was like 4 or 5. I was a little guy, man, looking at porn. And then after that, like my curiosity for the opposite sex was cool. So even as a dater, I'm looking like, yo, I'm ready for this to happen. You know what I mean? Because my sex drive is here. Anybody ever do something about Mary? Like when you can go out on a date, in case you do get some on the first date, you don't want to be filled up with cum. So they talking about not going. He's telling to go in the bathroom and knock one off, masturbate so that he's unloaded. So that if you do have sex, he lasts longer. Remember, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, you don't want to go out there. It's like going out there with a loaded gun. But, you know what I'm saying? So I've never done that. But I'm saying, like, I've had sex on the first date, and it was like a disaster because I was so horny. It was like, trust me, round 2, I'll last a little longer, okay? It's like I built myself up to do this with you all night long, and now that it's here, it came a little quick. But give me a second chance, and I promise.
Don't get me in about a half hour.
Give me a 15-minute break, and I will come back, and I will knock your world off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's another thing. You don't want the girls to go back and talk about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
because they do. We all know they do.
They will. That's another thing about sex on the first date. You don't know how that's going to turn out. You know what I'm saying? And then that's your last time if you don't do it right.
Yeah.
That's your girls don't forget, Jack. You be like, hey, remember that? And they'll tell somebody else, and that's your reputation, man. Try to give him some, and look what he did.
Look what he did.
Wasting my time.
Yeah.
And you sitting there like, did I tear it up?
Because we know Supreme
yeah,
don't
you
eat
tore
the coochie.
something. Yeah, huh? Supreme who?
Because we know Supreme don't eat the coochie.
Shit. Some white dude had to teach me though. I ain't gonna hold you. I was just talking about that with a classmate. He's like, yo, I be seeing this cat. We grown. He was a cop, right? I be like, yo, remember that time you told me how to eat coochie? He be like, I be in the middle of South Street. I be drunk as hell. That's my man. He told me how to eat coochie. But it was something that white guys did. It was something that the brothers didn't do that. They at least didn't tell nobody. But it was a no. So I was like, yo, how do you get it in? How do you do it? He was like, well, this is what you do. White guy. He was confident. Teenage kid. He like, yo, this is what you do. You open it up, right? And you put your tongue on it, right? And you spell your name. So I said, okay, that's how you do it. So my first time trying it, right, I was like, okay, I open it up. And I spell my name, J-E-N-A-L. And then, it was working. So I was like, fuck this. I ain't going to just spell my name. I'm going to do the whole goddamn alphabet. So I'll be like, A, B, C, D, E, F. So I went the whole 26, then tried to do it back, said, well, let's count to 10. So I was an eating coochie person after this. It was about high school. It was like, guess about 18, 17, 18. Now about 16, 17. But that was like, but then it was like, one of my homeboys was in there. You know how they kick in the door and you go into the bathroom and you down on your knees. Oh my God.
Wait, are you eating a girl out
while eating coochie?
In the stall?
No, in my house.
In your bathroom?
Yeah, where else I couldn't
while she's sitting on the toilet?
Where else she gonna sit at? We had some, because it wasn't a whole lot of sophistication going on back then.
Are you giving her a blumpkin?
What is that? See, you come with that white talk.
A blumpkin is when, oh Jesus Christ! I don't know if this is too risky for your show, but
we did the Dirty Sanchez, and we got to figure out what this is now. A blumpkin.
Yeah,
is that a blows?
Let me read.
Pull it up.
Let me see if I can find it on all right, so a blumpkin is a noun.
A blumpkin is a noun.
It is the act of performing fellatio while the recipient is defecating in a toilet.
No, the seat was closed. We had the closed seat. We just needed a place to go that was private because, like I said, it was a house full of people. And everybody was in their corner trying to get their thing right. You know what I mean? So I had to pick the bathroom. And, this is the time when your mom go to work and you had to go quick. So you go quick, man. You go wherever you can get it at. And I just wanted to try eating vagina. You know what I mean? Everybody else was trying to probably go all the way. I was like,
if she would,
I'm going to see this vagina thing go down.
If she would have squeezed one out, would you have kept going?
She couldn't. She had the toilet seat was closed. She was basically sitting up. We used the toilet for a chair. That was it. It was nothing. The toilet had nothing sexual to do with this experience at all. And shout out to my other homeboy who was in the bathroom with some girl and broke my damn sink. You know what I mean? Because he wanted to do it with the girl on top of the sink and tore the sink up. Now we got to have a whole new vanity and everything for that thing. And I got to explain that to my mother while the sink is off the wall. Cause these kids is horny, man. We was horny. We was trying to get it by all means necessary, man. We would break your furniture. We will tear up each other's cribs cause we had little parties where each bring a bunch of girls over. Like at my grandmother's house, we was bring the neighbors over and try to freak them. It's called freaking. So we would try to freak the neighbors, but ain't nothing like freaking when your grandmother walked down the damn steps and you got your drawers to your ankles trying to freak. And she like, pull your pants up and y'all go home. Matter of fact, I'm going to whip all your asses before you get out the house. It's like, Lord have mercy, we getting ready to die for some coochie.
With that being said, I would like to tell everybody, please go and download the new Toxic Radio app. It is available in the App Store. If you already have the app, go to your App Store, download the update, go to the Toxic Shop. We're adding new, there's a Toxic Radio mask on there. There's Toxic Radio t-shirts. There's a Toxic Radio zip-up hoodie. Go over there and get your Toxic Radio gear right now.
Yeah.
We're going to be adding more stuff. And like I said, I'm hoping by tomorrow I will have a Supreme
always laugh. When last time Damon
Fucking
had, when last
contradiction
time
shirt.
Damon or the Philadelphia people had to hum their own damn intro music?
Oh, well, you know what? Damon's show is right next, so you might hear him humming.
He gonna do no, he might do Rocky. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
And to Dave, the host of Bleeding Edge, every Saturday night here on Toxic Radio, the app does not give Blumpkins.
Blumpkins.
All right.
I have never heard of that. Messing with white people, you gonna do hear some of the damnedest things that Blumpkin.
Yeah.
Nah.
So since we don't have an outro to play because we don't have our music set up,
he ready to get me off the air. He like, with that said, can you hum your ass off the TV?
would you like to give any final words to everybody?
Yo, the punishment of my sins as a young man is that I got 2 daughters that I gotta keep my eye fully focused on, because I don't want the sins of the father to jump down to the kids, and I don't want. I've been teaching my daughters since they was 2 years old to watch out for kids that I once was. Just to be aware, there's nothing easy out there. Be safe, be smart, and young ladies, be young ladies until you become respectable women, so that men like myself who are dogs, everybody want a good girl, and all those guys that are lucky enough to get you a good girl, hold on to her and be right and do right, and I'm following in those same footsteps, being right, doing right with a good girl. So with that being said, and remember, we all have a past, so don't judge me, because none of y'all niggas is God. Have a good weekend and a good week, and be prosperous and believe everything. All right, not believe everything, but have faith over fear.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.